EA Sports. It's in the game. There's no doubt about it now. This guy has to be in the All-Madden team.
First opened in 2002. There's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Today, the curtain falls on the regular season, and we've got a good one in store between the Minnesota Vikings and the Detroit Lions.
And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34.
Here's Cook again.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 4 yards the pickup, first down. Cousins gives way to Cook. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Now this defense for the Lions, they played extremely well last week in that win over Green Bay.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
And he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. They'll try to throw now. Cousins.
To the right side and complete to Jefferson. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. They'll come up on a 2nd and 4 now from the 40-yard line.
Cousins to throw it.
And that's complete to K.J. Osborne.
And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, Cousins.
Complete. Jefferson the target.
So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And it'll be 2nd down. Up the middle, it's Cook. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line.
1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. Trying the power game with Ham.
And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown.
His 3rd rushing touchdown on the year, number 6 overall. And the Vikings will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon.
Extra point good by Prater. And that makes the score 7-0.
This fielded right at the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
They'll try and start this drive in the air.
That throw taken in by Jameson Williams.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards on the play. Solid catch there for a man who's been so brilliant this year. Worth pointing out, as we were talking about earlier, there has never in the 60-year history of the award been a pass catcher, tight end, or wide receiver that has taken home the MVP trophy.
And the best receivers I've talked with, they know that stat, and it drives them crazy because they understand that without a quarterback, they don't make the plays that they make. They also don't feel like they get enough credit for bailing out some of the throws the quarterbacks make.
Absolutely. Takes 2 to tango.
To Williams on a jet sweep.
4 yards the pickup, first down.
These two teams hooking up for the 2nd time this year. They first met back in October, week 7. And it was the Lions who got the road victory in that one, so they'll be looking to claim the season series now here at home in Detroit.
Now a play fake here on first down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up second. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
So, CD, here we are. You look at how well this offense has played all year. 16-0. Now, in most years, they'd be at home right now enjoying time off for their perfect season, getting ready for the postseason. But this is the decade of the 2020s, so that means 17 games are what's needed to get through a perfect season. Would a win here make them an all-timer for you?
It would. It absolutely would. And I realize we're not comparing apples to apples because of the length of regular seasons. But if you think back to the 1972 Dolphins, they were 14-0 in the regular season. 3 wins made them a Super Bowl champion, so they were 17-0 total. Imagine getting through 17 now and then continuing on and winning the Super Bowl.
He's got it at the 15. Touchdown, Detroit.
Jameson Williams
with touchdown number 20 on the year.
And the Lions are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. Piñeiro's extra point up and good.
And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line.
They start the drive with Cook.
And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's second down.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Again, it's Cook. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. Play action now. Cousins.
Open man, he's got Jefferson across the formation.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. First down, here's the run with Cook.
And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it, and it's second down.
Under a minute to go, clock running in a back-and-forth first quarter of play. From just shy of midfield, Cousins.
This one brought in by Jefferson.
And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 37. Running off tackle with Cook. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. 7-7, our score after 1. Second down, Cousins.
Throw left side, taken in by Jefferson.
And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. Throwing, Cousins. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. On 1st and 10, Cousins setting up the screen for Cook. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. So maybe just a momentary setback on what's been a great drive so far, but 2nd and 13 here.
Cousins' throw taken in by Hockenson here.
For the Lions, an extra DB in the game now here on 3rd down. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he's going to get this to about the 20, but that is well short of what he needed.
So now here's the former Lion, Matt Prater, on for the field goal.
From the left hash, this from 37. And the holder's going to keep it. He's going to try to run for it. And they're able to pick up the first and keep possession.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Now Cousins. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Cousins. Throw left side on target to Thielen. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Cousins on 3rd and 2. And it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson. A great effort there. Touchdown number 15 on the year. And the Vikings have taken the lead. Prater for the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
So remember, Charles, last time they were out here, they scored, but they just saw the opposition score, and they're trailing right now, so they're trying to keep pace here. They need a touchdown drive.
Well, if you're a fan of offense, you're loving this, but if you're a fan of defense, this is tough to watch, and it's also tough to keep that up when you just watch your opponent march down the field on a scoring drive to less into double-digit snaps. You need to score here not just to follow the momentum from your last drive, but put the onus back on your opponent. And that's what they're doing right now, swapping that onus back and forth.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Zadarius Smith buries him for a loss of 11 from his outside linebacker spot. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's airing it out for Williams. Touchdown, Detroit!
Jameson Williams
With his 2nd touchdown here in this first half.
And the Lions are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Piñeiro's extra point up and good.
And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
Taken at the goal line. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
And right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. I mean, we haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this to seeing all these points go up on the board. As a former defender, you know I'm not enjoying this at all. But right now, both these teams just trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone slips up first. Can anyone counter with a nice little jab and get things going in their direction?
Cook up the gut. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
On 2nd down, it's Cook again.
They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there. The first down line at the 34 here on 3rd down. To throw is Cousins. Open man is Thielen. Is complete. And I don't think he got there. No. He's short by maybe a foot. Maybe. Call it 4th and inches. Cousins to throw for it on fourth. Open man, he's got him, the tight end Hockenson. And he is going to pick up the Vikings first down. So quite a call there. They go on 4th and inches and wind up getting 5 yards. Back to the ground, Cook. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. On 2nd and 9, Cousins. Open man is Osborne. He's got him. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on 3rd down. Swinging this out wide here for Cook. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They're not going to get it. They try to move the chains with a surprise, but it's a turnover on downs. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And the Lions will take over. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission?
I would have to think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think you sit on anything here. Here's your opportunity. Push it downfield. As you mentioned, it's a tie game. So minus a disaster on your part, you've got that in your back pocket. Go ahead and try and get some points and feel great going into the half.
Now a throw here to his running back. Down inside the 10. And in for the Lions. Touchdown. DeAndre Swift. 32 yards. And the Lions have broken our tie as they take the lead. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. Fields it right around the goal line. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Cousins now to throw on 1st down. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Cousins on 1st down. Right back to Cook for another completion. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Cousins. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. Again, it's Cousins. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Osborne. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 38-yard line. Cousins now. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away. Taken in at the 3. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. So we've reached halftime here in Detroit with the Lions out on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, taken in at the 3. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went into the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete.
And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam coming out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Back to throw again. Open man right side is St. Brown. And they'll get this down to the 10. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
They've been in the red zone 3 times in this game and have not scored a single point. Can they break through here on 2nd and goal? Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
That's a pretty play there. Got in at the last second, helped force the ball free, and kept them out of the end zone.
And now 3rd and goal following incompletions on 1st and 2nd down.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
On that snap, he's the hero of his defense after the play he just made. A 1-possession game, and his hit kept it exactly that.
And this is up and good from Pinheiro.
And they will open their lead up to a touchdown at 24-17. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the third quarter. They run it again with Cook. And he powers his way up past the 30.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape.
And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down.
And here's Ryan Wright now.
And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. It's a 45-yard punt, 6 yards on the return, and the Lions will take over. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Right back to Swift again on 2nd down. And the defense on him quickly there as they stop him at the 40 for a gain of just 2. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Out of the gun now on third down. He's airing it out for Williams. And got his man complete. And he goes down, but not before getting us inside the 25. That goes as a gain of 36 on third down.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Back to throw. Forced out to his left. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
No surprise to see him running again here. It's something he's done throughout this season. And that run puts him over 500 yards on the ground for the year. He's got to be thinking to himself, if I'm already at 500, what's to stop me from going for 1,000?
Puts it on the carpet, it's out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a 1st down. And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Looking to throw. It's caught, and oh, he coughed it up, and the Vikings pick up the football. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Try to fire up that running game with Dalvin Cook. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Throwing is Cousins. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. Now they can breathe a little easier, some room to operate as they've got it 1st and 10 now out past the 20. Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield.
2nd down, they go right back to Cook.
And he'll find some space up to about the 25.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Now Cousins. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Cousins. Throwing middle, and it's complete. It'll be a gain of 5, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. Getting the ball is Cook, running left. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. And before they can run this 3rd down play, we're going to get a timeout. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. On 3rd down, Cousins.
Finding Hockenson here on the out route. And he will have a Vikings 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 75 yards rushing now for Cook, and this is a 1st down.
Working out of the gun, Cousins.
Out to the left there and complete to the tight end, Hockenson. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. To throw, Cousins. His throw incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Here's Cousins.
They're going back to the same well. It's Hockenson again. And they will get this across midfield, but still well short of the first as he's dropped at the 46. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. This one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead.
Now he's able to break through one tackle, but it slowed him down enough that he could only manage getting back to the line of scrimmage.
So fourth quarter, a nice run there to start this drive. Charles, what do you think the split will be here between run and pass?
Well, partner, I think it'll lean towards the run, but this is also not a time where you just totally do that. You still have to possess the ball, move the sticks, and keep the clock moving as well. So they'll run their offense, but yeah, when they have a chance to run it, they'll do that a little bit more.
It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
He's got this, complete to Williams.
And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. One heck of a 3rd down conversion, 33 yards.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
So that play much needed there as they're all the way up near the 40 for a 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete.
And they're going to get this up to midfield.
Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Sliding out of the pocket.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another 1st down.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
They'll try and set up the screen to Swift. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. On play action, they'll throw. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
Picked off by Lewis Cine. And the Vikings are right back in this football game.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
The interception sets them up with an opportunity to erase this 4th quarter deficit. Now this series could very well determine our outcome.
Another try after the 1st down sack. Cousins. He'll be upended at the 18. That's a very helpful pickup of 9 after the play began at the 9. Cousins from the gun on 3rd.
Got an open man finding Jefferson.
And he'll be out right at the 35. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Play action now. Cousins.
This one into the hands of Thielen. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing. Cousins. That is caught by Thielen. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
Cousins. Touchdown, Vikings.
K.J. Osborne from 10 yards out. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter. Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. Taking it about the 1. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back. Brian Asamoah gets him for a loss of 10 yards from his linebacker spot. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. He'll look to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jordan Hicks. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. They'll try the middle with Cook. And good downhill running. He's got 6 yards down to the 13. 81 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. On second down, it's Cook again. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. And now the Lions going to stop us momentarily as they call a timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. They'll run with Cook. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On second down, Cook. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook with his 13th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Vikings have broken our tie and have taken a fourth quarter lead. Extra point good by Prater, and they will take a 7-point lead. Fields it right around the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Now a deep ball here, hauled in just past the 50. And take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
But Charles, they're trying to protect this lead late. Those are the types of mistakes they could afford to go without.
About the last thing you want to give them is help in completing a comeback, which is exactly what that penalty does.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. He'll look to throw.
On a huge mistake late, it's intercepted. Picked off by Lewis Cine. And the Vikings have just about sewn up this football game.
Victory formation time for the Vikings as they'll take a knee here. And the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. And with a 3rd and 13 here, the defense in a dime look. Cousins just going to take this one down to a knee and end it.
was an excellent come-from-behind victory, Charles, especially there in the fourth quarter. Both offense and defense were clicking. They're going to feel good about this one.
Boy, are they ever, because the deficit they faced certainly wasn't small. They obviously did not give up on that one, and in the end, how about that come-from-behind victory? They'll cherish this one for a while.
So for Minnesota,
they get that important
This Lion fan base have been craving home playoff football since this building opened in 2002, and they've got it today at Ford Field in Detroit. Ahead will decide the second entrant to next week. Great one in store between the Minnesota Vikings and the Detroit Lions.
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive.
Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
And that'll fall in. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. They're going to look to throw. Rolling to his right. Launches deep. A jump ball, and this is caught. Give him 30 yards there. All right, Charles, let me put you in the head of one of those defenders out there. You have a big play like that go against you so early. What does that shake your confidence?
It shouldn't, but it often does, because your thought process all during the week is how you're going to get after that offense and make your plays. And when they make one against you, it makes you a little bit hesitant.
Time to regroup.
Excellent defensive effort to get to him and provide a little contact before the catch could be made cleanly.
On second down, Swift.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
You talk about closing in a hurry as a safety and run support. Not only did he get a good run in, he gave him a pretty good pop, too, and finished off the play behind the line of scrimmage.
And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Being chased out left. Finding Sterling Shepard for his first catch. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
He'll buy some time right. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And incomplete on the deep ball.
That was an interesting look there, because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7.
Scoring first, so critical in the postseason. They've got it here, 1st and goal. Here's Swift.
And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play.
Here's where we need to see some tenacity from this defense, because they've been pushed right down the field on this opening drive. They've got to find some way to push back, and that's a good first step.
They'll roll him out right. And it's caught. Touchdown.
Jason Kabinda.
A 5-yard touchdown.
And the Lions are on the board first here in this division round matchup. Piñeiro's extra point up and good.
And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he spins through, and they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Here's Cook again.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Cousins to throw it. Allen's got it complete. So the completion good for just 3. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now. Now Cousins. Open here, Adam Thielen.
And he will have a Vikings 1st down. They needed 5 there on 3rd down. He winds up getting 7.
Cousins now to throw on 1st down. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. Cousins gives way to Cook. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Here comes the 7th play now of this drive, as this is 3rd and 10. To throw is Cousins.
And that's complete to K.J. Osborne. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. That's to Dalvin Cook, his running back.
And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
Up the middle, it's Cook. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Cousins now. And he's got it. Touchdown, Vikings. Adam Thielen from 17 yards out.
And the Vikings respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own.
Prater for the extra point. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
Their dreams of an undefeated season shattered with the loss a week ago. Now, look, whenever an undefeated team goes down, you always hear some say, well, they needed that. I don't know, Charles. Is that a narrative that you buy into?
Well, I haven't met a coach yet that feels like they needed that loss. You know, that's not something that they're in favor of. But I do know this. People like us, our colleagues, all of us in the media, constantly hammering a team that's undefeated. Hey, do you think you can do it the whole season? Can you carry it the whole way? That does wear down a group. And sometimes that loss, get us off your back, you can move forward from there.
A good pickup there, 26 yards from Viking territory now. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 27. Dancing to his left. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Oh, I saw this one with defensive eyes because even as he escaped the pocket and bought time, the coverage stayed tight. Nothing broke down. Throwing it away, that was his only option.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. He'll look to throw, eluding the pressure right. And this is caught. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit.
Jason Kabinda
with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter.
And the Lions have taken the lead. Well, they weren't messing around. First and goal, they don't do anything fancy. They just go to the fullback right away.
I like how you phrase that because oftentimes they come back to the fullback when it's late in the down and distance count, right? In this case, first down, let's go get it right now.
And he got it. 6 points on the board. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. This taken in at the goal line. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. And he is going to go down. He will be sacked on the final play of this first quarter. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Open man, he's got him, the tight end, Hockenson. And he'll take this to the 47, but no further as they get him down well short of the line to gain. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Now, right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns. Yeah. He's got a man, complete. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. They run out of the gun with Swift. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
Oh, what a catch by Williams. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 29-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. Here's Swift. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll stay on the ground with Swift. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. That's now consecutive 5-yard carries to pick up the 1st down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Now that'll be caught by St. Brown. And the Lions are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line.
That's a big league job there of getting out of the pocket, not panicking, and just buying himself some time. Then he made a good, accurate throw to set up 1st and goal.
They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. Now back to throw. Buying time to his left. And that is caught, but he will come down out of bounds, says the side judge, incomplete.
I like the play call. Roll him out. Give him a chance to run it or throw it. In this situation, he decided to fling it, but couldn't find his man open.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Amon-Ra St. Brown from 8 yards out. And the Lions go up by 2 touchdowns. And we remember, of course, all scoring plays need to be verified upstairs. And I think they're going to at least take a look at this. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Piñeiro's extra point up and good.
And it's now 21-7. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away.
And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. From the gun, here's Cousins.
He's going to get this one down to Cook.
He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll set up a throw.
That's complete to Justin Jefferson.
And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26.
So on 4th down, on is the punter, Ryan Wright.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Let's give a little credit to the defense on that one. They resisted quite well, and that pass fell incomplete. But this ball game for him, that's just a momentary speed bump. He's played awfully well throwing the football.
Now this throw caught left side. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 45-yard line. Back to throw again. Flush to his right. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Nice progress down the field, was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
Swift going to try up the middle.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. They'll drop the throw. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And this is caught inside the 5. And it'll be touchdown here, but not before he does pick up the first. A big play there for Detroit. 44 yards.
This offense continues to be a hot knife through butter. 3 drives, 3 scores, and knocking on the door again on drive number 4. Swift going to take this down just short of the goal line. He got 3, but could not get the ball over the chalk.
2nd quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. They'll try and sneak it here. And he is not going to get in as the big bodies stop him at the 1. They were held out last time. Here now is 3rd and goal from the 1.
They'll run with Swift.
And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown.
DeAndre Swift
taking it in again from a yard out.
And the Lions continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead.
Pinheiro now to add the extra point. He knocks it through. It's 28-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10.
Meanwhile, Cousins' throw taken in by Hockenson here.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that will bring up 2nd down. Now Cousins. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Cook. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Again, it's Cousins. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
How about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
39 yards on the punt, give him just 1 yard on the return. And the Lions are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that could change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half. Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football.
Oh, a leap, and he will make the catch.
And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
I think this defense was still trying to recover from that last play, so you wonder if they were ready for this one. You have to imagine their defensive coaches are yelling at them to get focused, because if they don't, more plays like that will result in giving up points.
And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a 1st down again.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago, followed it up with another nice one here, and before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown.
Amon-Ra St. Brown.
In the final seconds of the first half.
And the Lions continue to pull away here in this first half. Pinheiro's extra point up and good.
And the route is on here in this first half. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC divisional round matchup as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, a trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
And, Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest. But now here they are with their playoff lives on the line.
And I think when you're alluding to that interesting locker room, you're just wondering, how are they handling that bit of adversity that they're seeing right now? Because I think this is a team that has to look to lean on the veterans at this point. We know we're better than this. We've proved it all season. Let them disseminate that confidence through the locker room. But this opening drive, it'll be an important one for them to give them a little jolt of confidence moving forward.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
On third down, Cousins.
Throw caught there by Osborne. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Cousins throw complete to his receiver, Thielen.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. From the red zone now, Cousins. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. Cousins. And he wisely will throw that one away. Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. Cook up the gut. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6.
3rd and goal, trying to make that scoreboard at least a little more respectable.
Here's Cousins. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Lions have recovered. The pocket collapsed around him. I know we talk about it a lot, but a QB has to have that sixth sense, doesn't he?
He really does, and I know of one team at one point was training their quarterback with that time frame, and anytime he didn't get rid of the ball within the right amount of time, they would blow a horn or blow a whistle to show him this is what that time is, just what you're talking about, training him to understand this is the amount you have, make sure the ball's gone. Didn't happen in this case.
They go play action here on first down. He's going to loft one deep left side here.
And it is incomplete. Good positioning there downfield to break that one up.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Now he'll square up and throw deep left sideline. And that is incomplete.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. And this one is incomplete. Here comes the Lions punter now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. He juked him. It's a 46-yard punt, 2 on the return.
And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here and maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
On the jet sweep, here comes Jefferson.
This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. From the 22, Cousins, and that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down. To throw, Cousins. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Prater's kick is good, and that drops a deficit from 28 to 25. I'm kind of surprised by that they kicked the field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit third quarter, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. When you're down that much, kicking a field goal, does it feel a little bit maybe waving the white flag? You just want to get out of here? Yeah, I think you got to go ahead and try and get some bigger points on the board.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Back to throw.
Pass complete. On the crossing route, this is Hooper. And he's going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Flushed out right. This is Shepard on the catch. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Touchdown, Detroit.
Jameson Williams.
45 yards.
And the Lions just continue to roll. Piñeiro's extra point up and good.
And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6.